the market, by the flower stand. The moment our eyes met, I wanted to take his hand and run away. I can't believe it, but I swear I felt that way. Our first date was a picnic down in Central Park. Lying on the blanket, you could really feel that spark. It was insane. And I could feel the breeze blow through my hair, the smell of flowers softly drifting in the air. I felt his eyes on me, but I was too shy to return his stare. And I realized moments like these are truly rare. The next night was a movie underneath the stars. I don't recall the story. Everything was ours. It was a dream. It was a dream. All I see is him and me, standing side by side. He leaned in and cupped my chin. The stars had light, and I will never lose the memories I have of that night. I can still see his eyes, they were like stars so bright. The years went by so quickly, but I never forgot his face, until one day I saw him in our special place, the flower stand. As I looked him in the eyes, the memories flooded in, like not a single day went by. Underneath the stars again, his hand upon my chin, as he took me by the hand, by the flower stand, mine again.
Hello and good evening. My name is Landon Braverman, and I'm the co-founding artistic director of the Canadian Musical Theatre Writers Collective. And here we are for the 2020-2021 final showcase for our introductory CMTWC Writers Workshop in Montreal. Wherever you are, I hope you're giving a big round of applause for that opening song. That was Flower Stand by two of our students in the class this year, Jason Levy and Hannah Ness, and performed by the lovely Evangelia Kambites. We are so happy you're here. Tonight is a celebration of the work of our writers this year and a celebration of our incredible performing talent in Canada. If this is your first time to one of our events, welcome. We're so happy you're here. And if you're a returning audience member, thank you so much for continuing to support everything we're doing. Even in these crazy times, we are still here, getting out there, supporting new Canadian musical theater and building our community stronger and better than it has ever been. So tonight we have a program of different songs. Some are sort of standalone cabaret songs. Some are from 10-minute musicals that the students have been writing. And we're going to meet some of the students. Many of them from this year's class will be joining us live. Some of the performers are also joining us live. So it's going to be a really dynamic and fun evening. So I hope you got some popcorn and some drinks and you found a comfy spot and you're ready for a great evening of new musical theater, because I certainly am. And to help me navigate us through all of this tonight, I have two beautiful co-hosts, our teachers from this year's CMTWC Writers Workshop in Montreal. Please welcome to the stage, the virtual stage, Jonathan Monro and Marion Daigle. Hello.
Hi, Landon.
Bonsoir. Good evening. How are you both doing?
Great, thanks.
It's so funny. It feels like yesterday we were doing this. I mean, it's just a weird marker of, the year, 15 months, sort of year and a half we've had that here we are, second showcase. How are you guys holding up?
I'm
good,
doing really well.
Yeah.
I'm just really looking forward to hearing the songs and to chatting with our writers tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Jonathan, I would love to know from you, sort of as our lead teacher, just tell us a little bit for everyone who's tuning in, before we dive into these songs, a little bit more about what this workshop is, how you structure it, how it functions.
So with your help and guidance, you gave me a lot of carte blanche, which was awesome. But it's structured similar to the BMI Lehman Engel Musical Theater Writers Workshop in New York, which I attended a while ago now. But the writers have assignments. So with every class, there's a different exercise or assignment rather. They write a happy goodbye or a sad hello, just like we did at BMI, using an AABA form. Then we expand upon the AABA form. We go into verse chorus form. They have different, actually one of the songs you'll hear, a couple of the songs, is from an assignment where they write for an inanimate object. So they give life to an inanimate object, they learn charm songs, and then it culminates with kind of combining all of those elements into a 10-minute musical, which is presented at the end of the year. So that's it.
That's amazing. So many different elements to this, and it's we feel so lucky that we have you, Jonathan, to be leading this now for, I think this is the 3rd year that we've been doing this in Montreal. Yeah. So we have such a strong community there of new writers and new work. And speaking of which, why don't we jump in with some new writers and some new work? So we're going to bring on our first guest, one of our writers from this year, who's going to help fill us in a little bit on the next song we're going to hear. Philippe, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're so happy you're here. All right, so let's go with a little deep question to start off. We're just gonna go right into this. We want to know, why do you feel it's important to write new musicals?
Why it's important to do something new.
Yeah,
like, you get outside of the box. I think the world is changing at a very quick pace, and if we don't keep up with it, we'll be left behind. So if we keep on repeating what's been done, we'll stay stuck behind instead of moving forward.
That's a good answer. I'm inspired. This is good.
We're all nodding. Yes.
Yeah.
That was very helpful. So tell us a little bit, and maybe Jonathan can help us a little bit on this as well. The song we're going to hear, it's called "Yours to Choose," and you wrote it with you wrote the lyrics, and the music is by Maxim David, who we're going to meet a little bit later tonight. And this, I believe, was part of your charm song assignment. Is that right, Jonathan?
Mm-hmm, that's right. And you came up, just fill everybody in on how you came up with the idea, because initially we were going to do lyrics first and then music second, but you kind of like offered something that worked really well, I thought.
Well, we were in a situation where the composers were outnumbered by the lyricists. So instead of having the composers write multiple songs, as a discussion and as a group, the brainstorming came up, and why not bring the same music to different lyricists so that they bring different version, or they give their own spin to the song with different lyrics. So that's how we came up with a couple of people writing lyrics for the same melody that Maxim had written.
Right. And I believe we're going to actually hear another version of it later. So that'll be really cool. Shows the versatility of the work that we do. Is there anything else we should know before we hear this song?
The only thing I could say is when we wrote and created that song, I think it was the end of the fall, if I'm not mistaken, or it was like,
yeah.
So we were kind of halfway through the lockdown and the stay at home, and everybody was getting annoyed and everybody started complaining, and it just drove me to write those lyrics about getting your moods up and try to find your happiness.
Absolutely. A good message for us as we're slowly crawling out of this. Well, with that, let's get to it. Thank you so much, Philippe, for joining us. And here it is. Here's his song, Yours to Choose, performed by Anton May.
Every time you're feeling down, and your face features a frown. If you adopt this mood of mine, you'll realize things will be fine. When your brain is pessimistic and your self-worth goes ballistic, ground yourself down and subterfuge. Hang on to far much brighter views. When you're shrewd, your mood is yours to choose. Whenever your life leads to defeat, well, you better take the driver's seat. Put your hands on the steering wheel and your instincts up to good use. Find your appeal, the way you feel, it's all yours to choose. Whenever you can't control your wrath, well, you better pick another path. Lose any baggage you may drag, roll up your sleeves and tie your shoes. Divert the snag, what's on your flag, it's all yours to choose. When your day commences with a happy choice, you can feel your heart change and your life rejoice. Your spirit takes flight, you find your voice. Whenever you're done with all the bullshit, well, you better plow and fertilize it. Grow something pleasing to the eye, tint your life with powerful cues. Give it a try, reach for the sky, nothing to lose, kiss those blues goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. Well, you better choose to kiss those blues goodbye.
Wow.
Oh, so great.
So great.
I do feel uplifted. I really do. I do. Thank you. And thank you to Anton for that incredible performance.
Amazing.
So we're going to carry on now. This next part, for our next song, I'm really excited about this because it relates so specifically to something that makes this particular writers workshop so unique. We have done the program before in Toronto, we've done it in Vancouver, and of course here in Montreal. This is our third year, and this year we were so delighted that we were able to really make the class officially bilingual, not just in the sense of having certain writers that are francophone, but also adding that to our staff. So we have Virginie here, who has actually joined our teaching staff this year. And I should add, by the way, Virginie is an alum of the program, of the Writers Workshop. And we were just so thrilled that you climbed on board this year to join the teaching staff and bring this so important and exciting dynamic bilingual element to the Writers Workshop we've never had. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Just sort of your experience?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I can't tell you how honored and lucky I felt that I was asked to join this year to teach the first bilingual class. I'll take the time to thank you both for how much my life and all of my artistic pursuits have been improved by doing the workshop in many different areas and other kinds of artistic endeavors, the way my critical thinking and my methods of creation have all immensely improved by doing the 2 years of the workshop, and that's really thanks to you both. So that I was able at all to give some of what I've learned back was really an amazing opportunity for me. And pour continuer en français, je voudrais aussi juste rajouter à quel point je trouve que on est vraiment à un moment excitant en termes de création de théâtre francophone à Montréal. Puis Montréal, c'est une ville puis une communauté que j'adore. Puis je pense qu'on a vraiment tous les outils puis toutes les ressources pour vraiment créer quelque chose de nouveau puis de spécial. Un peu comme Philippe disait tout à l'heure, comme pourquoi faire de la création, mais parce que le monde change. Je pense que le monde de la comédie musicale est en train de changer. Puis nos communautés sont en train de changer, puis il y a quelque chose qui peut vraiment se passer si on se met à combiner justement ce qu'on sait du côté anglophone avec le côté francophone, puis la musique qui est le langage universel. Donc vraiment, c'était une année magnifique pour moi. Fait que, tout à fait, là, c'est le début d'une très belle aventure.
Absolument, Virginie. Merci encore pour toute votre aide.
Thank
Very
you.
welcome. Very welcome.
With that, I'm really excited because our next two guests, our next two writers, to help us introduce our next song is really such a huge part of what made this year so special. This is going to be one of the few songs we have in the program tonight that is entirely en français. So I'm told this team has a little bit of a name. They were known as the 3Ms. Two of the 3Ms are with us tonight. So please give a warm welcome to Maxim and Myriam. Are you there? Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
So we are going to get ready to hear your song, Dans mes fils, and I'm going to let Virginie talk to you a little bit in French, which I'm not good at doing, to tell our listeners a little bit about what we're going to hear, and then you let me know, and I'll put the video on for the next one. I'm very excited.
Yay! Allô Myriam, allô Max, comment ça va?
Ça va bien.
Très excité.
Oui, quelle soirée excitante. Ben d'abord, je voulais savoir si vous pouviez parler un petit peu cette année, comment vous avez trouvé ça de vous rencontrer puis de collaborer par Zoom. Puis qu'est-ce qui a été vos découvertes et vos défis dans cette expérience?
Est-ce que Max, tu veux commencer?
Non, vas-y.
Ouais. Ben, j'ai trouvé ça très enrichissant. En fait, là, j'avais déjà collaboré à distance, mais avec des gens qu'on connaît pas aussi à la base. Donc, on a appris à se connaître à travers l'écran. Des fois, c'était des défis vraiment intenses parce que justement, tu sais, on envoie nos paroles, là, on fait de la musique, puis on se donne un feedback, mais au final, je pense que ça rajoute du travail, mais ça rajoute aussi des trucs qu'on n'aurait jamais pensé, en fait, là, parce que je trouve que ça fait un peu de magie, en fait, là, parce qu'on est comme, quand on voit le résultat, on est encore plus impressionné, tu sais. Mais ouais, c'est ça.
Je suis vraiment d'accord.
C'est impressionnant. Oui, Maxime?
Ouais, ça a été très enrichissant, surtout l'idée qu'on venait de passer, comme avant qu'on commence le cours, on venait de passer comme 5 mois en lockdown. Fait que l'idée même que j'ai pu rencontrer des gens, qu'on a pu rencontrer des gens créatifs avec qui faire des projets pendant cette période-là qui était tellement trouble, c'était vraiment encourageant ultimement. Puis comme tu dis, Myriam, il y a eu certainement des défis. Souvent, tu peux te sentir seul ou isolé parce que malgré tout le processus créatif, tu sais, quand tu es en personne, ça se fait tellement plus naturellement, instinctivement. Fait que là, c'est comme, il y a plus d'insécurité, je pense, à gérer quand tu es isolé comme ça. Sauf qu'ultimement, c'est fascinant le travail qu'on a fini par accomplir.
Oui, vraiment. Non, on a tout de suite pu voir que l'échange, il y avait quand même une grande qualité d'échange et de collaboration qui se faisait, même si on n'a pas eu le plaisir de se rencontrer dans le même espace ou d'entendre les chansons live. Mais un jour, bientôt, on a tous très hâte. Donc là, on va entendre une chanson de votre 10-minute musical. Est-ce que vous voudriez nous en parler un petit peu et nous dire qu'est-ce qui a inspiré cette création-là?
Oui, ben en fait, c'est une chanson qui était dans notre première version de notre 10-minute musical, donc elle ne s'y retrouve plus. Mais c'est par rapport à notre 10-minute musical, c'est par rapport à un friendship break-up, donc il y a une rupture d'amitié. Puis ça, c'est vraiment comme un peu le climax quand la chicane arrive. Donc, c'est deux filles qui sont dans des réalités différentes, donc deux amitiés de longue date, et qui finalement se rendent compte qu'elles ne sont plus à la même place. Puis peut-être au niveau musical, je sais pas, Max, tu as des trucs...
Moi, musicalement, j'étais rendu à l'espace où j'avais le goût d'explorer plein de genres différents au sein du cours. Puis j'avais déjà fait des affaires plus lyriques. Ce que vous venez d'entendre, par exemple, c'était plus fanfare. Puis j'avais le goût d'explorer quelque chose de plus pop-rock. Fait que je trouvais que l'idée d'avoir deux personnages contemporains qui vivent quelque chose, une situation qui est très contemporaine, ça méritait aussi une musique contemporaine.
Ouais. Puis on voulait aussi explorer le réalisme parce qu'on a beaucoup travaillé des trucs très fantastiques dans nos autres exercices. Donc on voulait quelque chose de très proche de nous, très très québécois et ouais, c'est ça.
Puis juste rapidement, on a très hâte d'entendre ça, mais il y avait un 3e M magique dans votre équipe, Marion, qui n'est pas là.
Marion.
Comment c'était travailler avec Marion, puis c'était quoi son apport dans le processus créatif?
Ben, ça a été super, premièrement, travailler avec Marion.
Ouais, vraiment.
C'est fun parce qu'on a vraiment développé une façon super facile de travailler parce que là, pour cette chanson-là, en fait, moi, j'ai fait les paroles, Maxime a fait la composition musicale, mais Marion a fait le book. Donc, ce qu'on a fait, c'est qu'on s'échangeait les rôles. Marion a vraiment fait la structure de la chanson en tant que telle. Donc, c'est vraiment le squelette. Donc, c'est vraiment ça. Et après ça, moi, je me fie à son squelette pour faire les paroles et tout. Donc, on voulait vraiment que les trois, on donne notre apport à la chanson.
Absolument. C'est vraiment une personne remplie d'idées. C'est vraiment plaisant de travailler avec Marion.
Ben, ça donnait un super résultat. So, we can all now have a listen to Dans mes fields.
Yeah!
Pas mal dans mes tops des plus beaux étés. Ça faisait longtemps qu'on n'avait pas fait l'effort. Summer vibes dans mes fields de toute beauté. À t'entendre, on dirait que je suis dans métropole. Check l'autre qui est jalouse, ma vie universitaire. Pas vraiment quand je vois ton français déraper. Je commence à être tannée de tes petits commentaires. J'ai assez hâte que tu get over. J'ai assez hâte que tu remarques. Puis que t'arrêtes de couper. Ce qui me fait pas triper. Pour être honnête, on dirait que tu t'éloignes. Es-tu déjà venu me voir à mon appartement? Mon père meurt pis c'est impossible qu'on se rejoigne. J'ai mes post-ups, je suis clouée au lit par moment. Dans le fond, je voulais t'appeler, mais mes examens m'ont rendu crazy. Je dormais plus, je fumais trop, puis ma tête, on n'en parle même pas. Je voulais venir, mais j'ai vendu mon char le mois passé pour continuer à payer mon loyer. Oh, je capote, trop sérieux, je sais pas ce qui m'arrive ces temps-ci.
Ouais, c'est bon. C'est toujours la même affaire avec toi.
T'es juste plus la même depuis que t'es en ville. Big time que parler anglais, ça change le monde. L'eau, ça fait déjà un bout que nous deux, ça tient à fil. J'ai assez hâte que tu te sortes
J'ai
la tête.
assez hâte que toi
de
t'arrêtes
de jouer solo. J'ai plus de gaz pour avoir du fun. J'ai plus de gaz pour avoir du fun.
jamais
Pourquoi
le téléphone?
autant de compromis?
Pourquoi rester appris?
Wow!
Love it.
Oh, so great. There it is. Dans mes fields, music by Maxim David, lyrics by Myriam Poirier-Dumaine, and the book by Marion Daigle. We are so excited to bring on our next guest. She's a regular here at the virtual Writers Workshop Showcase. Please welcome Marie-Pierre de Brienne, the legend.
Salut, hello, hi, bonjour.
Salut.
Hi, how are you?
Ça va bien, I'm doing good. Avez-vous ça? Je fais la translation moi-même.
Ouais.
Incroyable.
Incroyable. Oui, parfait.
Double task.
That was fantastic, the duet with Elysabeth. Can you just tell us a little bit about how you both put that together?
Well, we recorded the music, right here with this beautiful mic. And then we went in the back street next to my house and then we shot the video. And of course, working with Elysabeth is the best thing on earth. Sorry, Jonathan.
Hey,
But tonight I'm choosing
I'm happy to
Elizabeth.
take it
She's
back seat to
amazing.
Elysabeth. It's fantastic.
when she watches that part, know that I love you very much. You're amazing. You're gorgeous. I love you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And you know me, I love doing new material. I love it so much. That's why I give myself so much trouble doing the videos. Yeah.
No, but I love you bring it on the videos. It's like,
thank you for your reaction. It's my pay.
It's part of what makes you legendary.
Or over the top for no reason.
There's no over the top in musical theater, so don't even try.
Love it.
Hey man, je peux-tu avoir un t-shirt avec ça décrit dessus?
Oui, s'il te plaît, dans les deux langues.
I'm gonna order a couple.
I have a question for you. It's a two-part question. Well, it may be a two-part question, depending on your first answer. What is your favorite Canadian musical? It's very
important. My God. Can I say Daddy Kravitz? Can I say The Apprenticeship of Daddy Kravitz? It's
great.
It's mostly Canadian.
Yes.
So the authors are American. They're great. They're Canadians at heart.
So you sort of half answered my second question there, which I was going to ask you. What's your favorite musical en français? Your favorite Canadian?
Oh mon Dieu, ça c'est trop difficile. Je vais y aller avec la traduction de L'Homme de la Mancha. It is so well done. Men of La Mancha in French is just pure poetry. I love it. And the version that was done in Quebec for a couple of years, it lasted for, 15, 20 years with a break in between. I wish it would have lasted for 100 years. It was perfect.
Now I wish I had seen it.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm sad for you.
Well, yes, definitely. Thank you so much again for being here this year and for participating. You know, you're such an incredible part of our family and so supportive of the writers. And, you know, we always say here at CMTWC, as much as we are a writers collective, we can't do what we do without brilliant performers like you to take the words and the music we create and bring them to the stage or the screen.
Or the screen.
Depending on the year.
Teacher, thanks for calling me again. I love working with you, both of you, Virginie and Jonathan. Virginie, how do you say that in English? Virginie. Thanks.
Virginie.
Comment?
Si tu peux le dire, tu le dis. Si tu peux le dire, Virginie, tu le dis.
C'est bon.
Thank you, Marie-Pierre. It was so lovely to see you. We hope you're staying safe and doing well. And hopefully next year in person, we'll get to see you perform in person.
I'm crossing my fingers so badly. Please, live.
Absolutely.
Please. Thank you, guys. Much love. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, so lovely to have her here this year again. All right, we're going to get right into our next song. This is called The Colonel in the Park. Music by Lauran McKay and lyrics by Alice Abracen. Anything we should know about this before we hear it?
I'd say we just go for it.
I say we go for it.
Oh wait, you know what? We should say one thing. This is from the point of view of a statue that's about to be taken down in a park.
That's very important. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Colonel in the Park.
They come for me today, fueled by fury at the jury and their failure to indict. They seek vengeance for their victims and a foe that they can fight. Distant drums, voices soft, growing louder, signs along. They cluster crawling on, blowing, crowing, roaring, bawling, calling for my fall. Once feted, honored, celebrated, long dead I shed blood for my country's good. You mourned me, lauded and adorned me. Laid wreaths beneath the plinth on which I stood. nudge me from my well-learned place. These cattle speak of human chattel. They shame my name, and I can't plead my case. You people here today think the court is now in session, and your case against me strong. Claim to fight against oppression and to right historic wrong. My soldiers were younger than you. Had you seen what they went through, what the world I've known, you not deface me nor erase me in the past. Would you cast the first stone at this stone? Children, think yourselves so skilled in justice, just as others have before. What you'll see, those you worship will be begrimed in time, cast in bronze, then cast down to the floor. Fine, take me, bludgeon me, and break me. The past outlasts its monuments and men. One more shove, think that makes you free of me and my kind. Are you so blind to think leaving me in the dust means leaving me behind? Warriors rise again, I will rise again.
C'est par ici qu'il vous faut venir, mes petits. Votre horreur sera bientôt finie. Vous voilà loin de vos prairies bucoliques. Mais n'ayez pas peur de mon squelette métallique. Votre chair, votre sang, nous ne les apprécions plus que moi. Pour vos derniers moments, je vous garantis une montre de choix. Il ne faut pas m'en vouloir de vous parler ainsi. Je ne veux pas vous quitter sans qu'on soit bons amis. Rien ne sert de boucler votre sort est tranché. Mais j'aurai à quoi bon être embêté. On ne vit qu'une seule fois son propre trépas. Peu importe votre sort, est-ce qu'elle est mangeur de marguerites? Est-ce tort de dire que finir entre mes dents, c'est bien votre seul mérite? Je meurs de faim, c'est elle qui justifie mes moyens. Mon ventre creux me dévore, mon appétit est assassin. J'aimerais tourner la page, je n'ai pas votre avantage. Mes chéris, à quoi bon tout ce tapage? On ne vit qu'une seule fois son propre trépas. Jamais rassasié, sans cesse affamé. mais elle est errante. Mes journées sont dues dans une vie différente. On sait ce qui ne le même en tout temps. Engouffré, sans raison, sans bonté, arraché, sans arrêt. Je consomme complètement hérité. Attendrai-je m'imagine à mon TV, sans parler à et ma soif de sang. Seule possibilité. Je vous dévorerai une par une, que je le veuille ou non. Est-ce ma faute vraiment si vous finissez en bœuf bourguignon? Venez à moi, je vous en prie, je commence à faiblir. Votre sacrifice m'est cher, je souvire, grâce à votre martyr. Un départ gentillet, à bas vos visages inquiets. Mes amis, accueillez crêpes d'huile. On ne vit qu'une seule fois.
Oh, wow. What an amazing performance there. And an incredible song. Thank you again to Anton for these incredible performances. Anton can't be with us tonight, but we are sending lots of love wherever he is in Montreal tonight. And that song was Obsession Sanguine. And just like the song that was music by Maxim David and lyrics by Marion Daigle. And the song before that, of course, was Colonel in the Park by Lauran McKay and Abracen. Now, Jonathan, if I'm not mistaken, those were both from the same assignment?
That's right. Yeah, that's both from the same inanimate object assignment. And the last one, Obsession Sanguine, is from the point of view of a meat grinder.
Oh my God, love it. Love it. Oh, such amazing work so far from all of the students. And let's bring more of our students on. Let's bring on Alice Abracen. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm just so excited and delighted, and I love these songs. And that diabolical meat grinder.
Well, we're so happy you're here. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think Lauran is coming in right now. We're going to add Lauran into this conversation as well. Hello, Lauran.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. We're so happy you're here. Good evening.
Me too.
Are you guys having fun so far?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's so, I have to admit this year, I've been, with all the virtual stuff, I have felt a little bit removed from the class. Usually if it's an in-person year and, I try to come up to Montreal once or twice to visit, and it's just so nice to see it all together, even if it's virtual, and you guys have all just such an amazing class. And you can really you can feel the love of the collaboration through the work, even coming through on the screen, which is such an accomplishment. So we have some songs coming up. These next two songs are actually from a connected piece. Is that correct?
That's right.
Right. So could you tell us a little bit about we're going to hear two songs. One's called Are You There, God? And the other one is called Bulky Bodybuilder Bathing God. Try saying that 5 times fast. I can't do it. And they're both from a piece that you guys are calling Judith and Holofernes. I hope I said that correct. Close enough. Jonathan's stone cold silence makes me think maybe I didn't say it right.
I'm on mute.
I mean, we chose the pronunciation for the rhyme, so
It's really up for debate.
So, what was your process like in writing these songs?
Sure. So we were collaborating. It was the two of us and Frederic, who I may be joining us tonight or is in the audience. We kicked around some ideas for what we might want to look at, pitched a short musical based off the biblical story of Judith and Holofernes, which in which Judith, who's a widow in Bethulia, decides to defend her people who are under attack by going into the camp of the enemy and single-handedly dispatching the enemy general. And in the original story, she does. So we wondered how we would transform that into a 10-minute musical and how we would place it with the internal conflict requisite and how we could add in a little bit of potential comedy into the mix because the subject's pretty dour. And we hit upon the idea that maybe over the course of her assassination attempt, she kind of falls for this guy and she really starts to see him as a human being. And, you know, beyond just kind of the question of sullying her hands and the ethics of assassination, is there also a question of what happens when the enemy suddenly becomes human, suddenly becomes someone that you empathize with, can maybe see yourself with? How do you stay true to your mission and to your identity and to your own ethics? And that was our jumping off point. And then Fred, Lauran, and I divided up the songs, and maybe Lauran can tell you a little bit more about the musical process.
Yeah, so because both songs, Lauran, you did the music for, so tell us a little bit about your process getting into this.
Yeah, of course. Well, definitely, like, just working with Fred and Alice, it's been like really a dream, because every single time they come to me with these lyrics, and the music just comes like so easily because the lyrics are so phenomenal and have so much character. And so I almost have to like put very little thought into the actual melodies and vibe for the songs, because they just like come right away. It's just such a testament to their incredible work. But in terms of the show we wrote, so we're jumping off of this biblical like, rock opera, Jesus Christ Superstar kind of feel. And then I kind of used like funk rock almost to like bridge this idea of being able to like express the character of the determination of this character. So like Judith is a very, very determined woman. And so the funk kind of rock music, which isn't exactly exhibited that much in the songs that we're showcasing today, but it kind of was like a way to show her actual like inner strength and stuff in the music as a reflection or a commentary almost on the lyrics themselves. Yeah, it was so much fun to work with them. It was really just a delight. Yeah.
Love that. Such amazingly dynamic and rich material. Even for 10 minutes. So I'm so excited that we get to hear not one but two songs from this piece. Thank you both for joining us tonight. We're going to get right to it. We're going to start with the song "Are You There, God?" Here we go.
Thank you.
Hey, are you there, God? It's me, Judith. You see, your chosen few are in a bit of a pickle. I know, right? If I had a nickel. So what else is new? Well, a mighty general's been dispatched, a man of cruelty unmatched, to bring us to our knees. His chariots surround our walls. He won't rest till our city falls. Still you ignore our pleas. He's cut off our food supply, our water to the cisterns dry, while their stores are replete. We thought you'd kick them to the curb, but you've been on do not disturb, while we starve in the streets. Some say it's punishment for sin, that we should take it on the chin, with no help from on high. The people say we've been forsaken. They'd rather yield than be taken, to live as slaves than die. The priest said give him 5 more days. You know he works mysterious ways. He'll step up to the plate. And if he doesn't, then we yield. We bow our heads and see the field. But I'm not one to wait. They think they gave you a deadline. They think they put you to the test. I know your style. I know who's on trial and who stands to fail if they fail to impress. I'd wager I can turn the tide. God, forgive me for my pride and help to guide my hand. I've never handled shield nor spear, but hey, so what? The buck stops here. It's time I made a stand. If not now, when? If not me, who? It's clear there'll be no help from you unless I break the ice. I've got a plan, might do the trick. Worst comes to worst, death will be quick. Okay, let's roll the dice.
Bulky bodybuilder, bathing God. I'm in love and I'll cast my rod, so I can be with you. You're drunk and I am too. Let's get another drink or two.
Bulky bodybuilder, bathing God. I'm in love and I'll cast my rod. You're drunk and I am too. Let's get another drink or two.
I feel sexy.
Come lay on my bed, got you in my head.
Take out your
For your reward, let's make love together. Might have been meant for each other. To be or not to be, let our hearts discover. We're in love, it's fabulous. You and I are synonymous. Would you hand me another Buffalo Red Wing?
For you, my darling.
I'm pretty.
And I am too.
I want a kid named Daisy.
All that you want and
Just for you. Let's make love together. Can't we kiss each other? You're drunk and I am too. Let's get another drink or two.
Yay! All right, there it is, our two
Amazing.
songs. Oh, that was so fantastic. I love how we had like that, just like rockin' sort of. I was feeling the like sort of 70s superstar thing. I'm all there for it. And of course, Marie-Pierre's amazing video production. So thank you for that. And then our second song, Bulky Bodybuilder. Did I get it? Bulky Bodybuilder, Bathing God. Incredible song performed by our favorite performing, singing couple of the Writers Workshop Showcase, and they are here with us live from their living room in Ontario. Please welcome Evangelia Kambites and Scott Beaudin. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello again. How are you both doing?
Doing well.
One fun thing about being a couple and filming these things is that when each of us are filming our solos, as we film them, we just repeatedly curse ourselves and we say, "Oh, I'm worthless. I'm so bad. I'm so bad." And the other one says, "It's okay. It's okay. It's okay." And then we switch parts and we switch roles, and the other person then gets to berate themselves while we support each other. But it's very nice. I love watching this one sing.
Oh,
You're both fantastic.
You're amazing, and we love having you. And it's so lovely to have duets that you can both do together. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. And adorable.
We love singing duets. Please write us more material.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for always. You performed last year, of course, and for anybody who saw last year's, and thank you so much for supporting not just this class but new writers always. You know, to have seasoned performers like you both to sing and interpret the material is like a true gift. So we really are grateful.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so amazing and special to get to sing brand new music and to sort of get to be the first voice on it. And put your spin on it and see where it lands in the air. That's a really special thing, and you don't have anybody else's version to mold it except for your own. So it's really nice to get a chance to make it part of our own journey, you know?
Right. And where are you guys coming from tonight?
We're in Stratford, Ontario.
You're in Stratford. Okay. And so, you know, just fill us in, because I'm even a little behind on the news of Stratford and even parts of Ontario. But I know, Evangelia, you've mentioned in some of our communication that you do have some things that are sort of slowly coming back to life. So tell us what you're up to and where we should, when we're allowed to, come and see you guys.
Well, I will be starting on Saturday participating in Musical Stage Company's outdoor performances. They actually launched it last year. They're doing it again this year, and it's called Porchside Songs. And so there are these curated sort of 45-minute to an hour-long shows that patrons can purchase, and you go to their homes and set up on their porch or on their back deck or something, and then you perform live for 10 people or so. And the government just opened up rules so that we can have 10 people gathered outdoors, so that's great. And then we're just waiting. I'm supposed to be doing one of the cabarets at the Stratford Festival this summer, and the festival is doing everything they can and lobbying the government and doing everything we can to get some kind of guidance, because it's very unclear currently what is allowed for outdoor performances, despite taking very strict and careful COVID measures. It's very hard to get an answer. So we're going to continue rehearsing and hope that it happens.
Yeah. I think you're sort of hinting, speaking of musical stage, because I think Mitchell Marcus, who's a very good friend of our company and runs Musical Stage, he is one of the people that has started this whole Twitter campaign, right? Fairness for Arts.
Correct.
Right? Do I have it right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, because it's just been brutal. All these wonderful companies are trying to plan and they take 2 steps forward and like 18 steps backward. And it's really difficult, and everybody's trying to keep their hopes up. And it's a hard thing to do right now, because we're all just desperate for to perform and to watch performance and to make art. It's been a very, very long 15 months of doing Zoom performances, which have their place for sure, but I think we're all craving that live interaction.
Maybe if members bring their phones, then it can be called a film set, and then we can actually put on shows.
Yeah, exactly.
No comment. But what I'm going to add to that is, I think we're all, even if we're not performers, even if we're not arts workers, we all miss you guys, and we have our fingers crossed that we're going to be able to come see you at Stratford or somewhere else in Toronto or anywhere across the country very soon, because we really miss seeing you all do the incredible, important, and heartwarming work that you guys do. But in the meantime, we're so glad that you joined us for this and still share your incredible gifts with us. So thank you again for joining us this year and tonight. And we can't wait to see you live on a stage very soon, hopefully.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having us again this year. We had such a good time last year, and it was great to do it again.
Absolutely. Mwah. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye. Good night. Oh, I love having them with us. It's so nice. We're going to bring on another one of our brilliant students, one of our writers. Let's welcome Stephen Greenwood. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How's everyone?
Oh, we're
Excellent.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Stephen, tell us, what about your favorite Canadian musical? Do you have a favorite?
Yes, my favorite Canadian musical is Evil Dead the Musical by far. I have wanted to put it up for years, but the rights are restricted in Quebec, so I just keep on emailing them every year. I love Evil Dead the Musical.
Why are they restricting them?
I don't know if there's anywhere else in Canada fine, but for some reason there's Quebec. It happens a lot with shows. The rights aren't available in Quebec.
I think those writers would like getting a royalty.
I agree. What the heck?
Who's their agent? You got to bug their agent. Oh my gosh. I've never seen that show, but I've heard some of the songs in there. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's a great answer. I feel like that show is not talked about enough.
Yeah.
We do need a revival. We need a big revival of that.
With a bigger splash zone.
Yes. Yeah, that's the other challenge of just finding a venue that's okay with you just throwing blood everywhere all over the audience.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, Landon.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, can you tell us a little bit about the song we're gonna hear? It's called Hero Song, and who's the hero? What's the hero want? What do we need to know?
Yeah, so the song is kind of about the experience of like playing video games and kind of like using that as an escape from the world into this kind of place of like where there's like you're the hero, you're doing good things, you're helping people, you always get the chance to like it's just kind of like it's a nice escape from kind of like the powerlessness and sadness of every day. And I really wanted to write it because I love video games and I find they're so often associated with like violence and all of these other things. I'm like, I love video games because they're these beautiful, fun escapes into magical, mystical worlds, and I kind of wanted to share that experience and that feeling of video games through the song.
Have you watched Mythic Quest yet on Apple TV Plus?
No, I will write that down. Mythic
Well,
Quest?
it's a whole. I just started watching. It's very good. Anyone who's watching, because it takes place in it's a workplace comedy for people that actually run a huge video game. So,
okay.
And I'm not a video game expert. I love the show, so you will probably get all the references I don't. So let's jump into that video game world right now. Here's Hero Song, music by Jason Levy and lyrics by Stephen Greenwood. Here we go.
Got my bow and quiver, I'm off to save the day. In the dungeon by the river, our party will descend into the fray. The heroes here are never led astray. In this world I beat the bad guys, in this world I'm always strong. I'll cling to it till sunrise, where it's alright when out there it's all wrong. I'll fight until daylight, got wrongs to right. I've got my new enchanted cloak of might. Behind each corner there's adventure in the air, excitement everywhere. And singing in my ear, the hero song sounds out in here. The bard plays on his lyre, we start to sing along. Each knight and every squire, the tune reminds them that they can be strong. Emboldened by the hero's song, each good deed gets its reward. No one's pain's ignored. In here we all belong, as we sing the hero song. Behind each corner there's adventure in the air, excitement everywhere. And singing in my ear, the hero song sounds out in here. My cloak, it flows and shimmers, my hair is flying free. The sky above it glimmers, I hear adventure calling out to me. In here I can be free.
Another beautiful performance from Anton. So again, that was Hero Song, one of the Charm Song assignments by Jason Levy and Stephen Greenwood. Virginie, who's joining us next? Who's coming up next?
Next, we're going to have Lucas join us.
Lucas Amato.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Lucas. How are you?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Great. It's such a fun night. It's so fun to hear all the songs again. I'm just reminded of everything we went throughout the year. It's been such different and unique and rich experiences. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe how much work all of you have accomplished throughout this weird, strange, yet beautiful year. So really, again, congrats to you all. So, Lucas, would you like to tell us what inspires you to write musical theater?
What inspires me? Well, it's funny because I find that, like, especially with musicals, there's certain stories that, like, are augmented by song. And I think for me personally, just what I like seeing is how can you, especially with songwriting, like how can you take a feeling or like a concept that's been written like 100 times, like love or like breakups or like friendship, and how can you do it in a different way? Like you have a metaphor that applies to it differently. You have like a character that just exemplifies it so much, or like even interprets it in a different way that you're like, huh, I never thought about that way before. And it's just like, I find there's so many different ways of doing that it really, that's sort of what really inspires me in my writing.
That's so great. And speaking of like taking something classic and like putting a new spin on it, the song you're going to showcase for us tonight is actually your charm song.
Yes.
And we wanted to know why you picked this one and what was your process writing it.
So, I mean, the thing that kind of made me pick it too was that like I'm kind of a comedian at heart, and so a lot of what I write is more comedy based than anything else. And I saw that like when I presented it in class, it got a very good reception in terms of like making a lot of people laugh. So I thought that would be really funny. And part of it too is that like, especially with charm, I find that comedy is really a great way to sort of like envelop people, or to get people, I guess, in a sense, to sort of like in a room, right? And kind of like Jonathan, you were saying in class, right? That a charm song is really meant to brighten up, or also to get you to fall in love with the particular character that you're writing about that's performing the song. So for me, I thought, okay, well then I definitely want to make it something super funny that people will kind of be entranced by. And so then I was thinking like, dad jokes. And then I thought, oh, let's cut out the middleman. Let's just make it about a dorky dad. And then that's sort of how it happened.
Incredible. Okay, well, on that note, let's have a listen to Bestest Dad with music by Maxim David and lyrics by Lucas Amato.
All right.
Thank you.
When it's been a long day at work, patience thin, and you're berserk, I've got my pipe, tomatoes are ripe, but family's still my favorite perk. It's not grammatically correct, but it's still right last time I checked. This homemade mug, shoddy at best, but I'm so glad to be the universe's bestest dad. Oh, come on, kids. Your dad can still shake his booty, huh? Now dig on this spice split pea soup. Serve it in a hot. And don't you miss my cure for croup. Schedule a flu shot. 4-star chef, doctor, coach, and an Olympiad. All of these jobs, I say no probs. For the bestest dad, college fund, cash budgets on chart. Finances peachy, Chevron mustache rivals Paul Blart. PG. This cardigan is pure wool, and favorite pants are plaid. Oh, what the heck? I'll stain the deck, 'cause I'm bestest dad. Now when I raise my voice, remember, kid, I'm not mad, just disappointed in what you did. Broke my model ship and squid. And though someday I hope to be, call me Daddy-O, the father of 503. Build a patio. Your ma and I are grateful for the children that we had. Strap on my watch, adjust my crotch, ready me out for the bestest. Squeeby baby da Dad, dad, dad. I don't think you're ready for this PB and jelly. I even cut off the crust. Holla! I think I got some holla in the pantry. We're going kosher tonight, kids. Good stuff.
Now I wish I wish we had scheduled Evangelia and Scott to come in after this one. So Scott, if you're still there, wow, that was incredible. I want to break down every single line there at the end, every single one.
Great.
So congratulations to our writers on that one. Again, that was Best is Dad. That was by music by Maxim David and lyrics by Lucas Amato. Did the music sound familiar? Because it's the same as Yours to Choose, which was the second song we heard. So that's what we were talking about, how some of the music this year, we had things where it was music first and we had different lyrics written over top of it. But I think if you weren't really listening, you wouldn't even know. That's what's so cool about, this process of collaboration, that everyone brings their own voice to it and things can transform in really magical way. Yeah. I'm going to turn it over to you both to tell us a little bit about this next song. I think it's another one from our 10-minute musical En Français. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear.
So this next song is from Au Détour des Étés, and if I'm correct, I do believe it's their charm song. So Voir les lucioles briller, and it's actually one of my favorites from their 10-minute musical. I just want to speak just for a moment for how much it's like the additional challenge for the teams that we're writing in French. We're not having that many examples to draw from very like musical specific types of songs, and the charm song in itself is quite a challenge, and I think they really touched on something beautiful with this one that really captures like both the essence of their musical but also of what a charm song can accomplish. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think when you hear the music, it just captures a moment in time that takes everybody out of the musical, out of the kind of story of the musical, and just lets you exist with these two incredible characters for like this beautiful suspension and in time, the suspended moment in time. And I think the music is everything about it. The lyrics are soft and fluid, just like the music. Everything complements each other and works well with each other for this moment. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, Virginie, about this.
Well, let's hear it. I'm excited to hear this beautiful piece of music. Voir les lucioles briller by Maxim David, Marion Daigle, and Myriam Poirier-Dumaine, and performed by Marie-Pierre de Brienne and Elysabeth Rivest. So here we go. Here it is.
Les souvenirs qu'on a, c'est juste nous qui peut les comprendre. Tu te souviens?
On se laissait porter par la vague chaque matin avec notre flotteur. On chantait le petit navire et je criais pour voir les voisins se réveiller. On parlait d'eux à la blague dans leur speedo pas trop flatteur. Et ton père nous laissait sortir pour qu'on puisse voir les lucioles briller.
C'est fou d'y penser, on ne s'est jamais lâché. Tout le secondaire, même si on n'était plus dans la même école.
Nos nouveaux amis qui accourent pour faire des concours de bons. On se faisait des bracelets d'amitié, puis on se laissait un peu trop griller. On se promettait de pas tomber en amour, jusqu'à ce qu'une de nous succombe. On partait le feu et nos kicks du quartier. Venez voir les lucioles briller. J'avais même fait un scrapbook de nos meilleurs souvenirs. Nos faces toujours en grimace, je me demande ce qu'on va devenir.
Ouais, cette année encore, on en a eu des beaux moments, tu sais. Tu peux pas le nier.
C'est vrai. On s'est dévoilé nos projets d'avenir devant le lever du soleil. On s'est relu nos journaux intimes. On n'avait presque rien oublié. Pareil comme nos souvenirs, sauf que là, c'est les voisins qui nous réveillent. L'été prochain sera si sublime. J'ai déjà hâte de revoir les lucioles briller.
Oh, I really did escape there. Oh, so
Really
gorgeous. I really want to see that on stage. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you to our brilliant writers and again to Marie-Pierre and Elysabeth for putting together that lovely video. Just absolutely magical. We're quickly approaching the end of our evening. So we're going to bring on our last two writers. Please welcome Hannah Ness and Jason Levy. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, you
doing?
two.
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you enjoying the show?
I literally
Fabulous.
had shivers during the last number. That harp in the background is
Oh.
just so beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So gorgeous.
Mhm.
Would love to
So-
know.
Oh, sorry.
No, John, please go ahead.
Well, I have a
think
question.
I think we're all in this like trance state right now.
I know we're all like, oh.
I have an admission to make, which is that I have a writing partner. I want to introduce you to my writing partner.
The third collaborator.
Your muse, your muse.
Yeah, I can't really take the credit. I steal all the ideas.
Oh my
Hannah,
goodness.
we were saying, well, what is your favorite? Let me ask you what your favorite memory. If you could, like, maybe you have a bunch of favorite memories, but if you could pick one from this past year with your class, what really sticks out in your mind?
Oh man, that's really, really hard.
I would say it's
No,
Jonathan
sorry.
coming up with all these really awkward exercises for us to do, like writing. I don't remember what it was, like writing about something really awful that happened, or what was it again? And
There were some
really-
fun ones where we had to write like the worst lyrics we could come up with.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
And
hurt.
I did something that was about Popeye's chicken.
I
Um, but I think also just working with Jason and Lucas on the 10-minute musical was such a fun
Yeah,
time because
it was intense,
the ideas
but
were just
good.
it was intense, but the ideas were just flying off of each other. Yeah.
It was a year of horrible fear and fantastic adventure, and very challenging. It's always good to be forced to stretch a bit. It's always a fun thing.
Yeah, it's weird to think how much you can get done just from like being on a laptop on Zoom on your bed with a bunch of people you've never met in real life. Like it's pretty wild just thinking about how much we got done in those circumstances.
I think that's
because you're in New York, right, Hannah?
No, I'm in Montreal.
Oh, you're in Montreal. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I think you were in New York?
I'm deep in the plateau. Maybe I just have that New York energy. I don't know.
Big New York energy, you know.
Sure.
But it's really great to for everyone tuning in just to be reminded of that this class, unfortunately due to the circumstances, we were very happy that we had a group that you guys were all willing. It says so much to you guys, to your character, that you all still signed up and said, I want to do this. This is important to me. I have a voice I want to share, and nothing's going to stop me from taking this opportunity. And I really give you all, an incredible round of applause for doing that.
Yeah. And you for organizing it too. It's appreciated.
It's our pleasure. And when you see the work that we're getting to experience tonight, you think that was all created through Zoom collaborations mostly. It's mind-boggling, really. Like, it's phenomenal. It's so touching to see that, we talk so much in this business about the art of collaboration, and I think we're all finding out these past 15 months that takes on many different forms, and that, so long as we're all committed to what we're doing in our craft, and we're being good collaborators working back and forth, the medium can evolve, or it can shift, and we can still put out great work. So that's really beautiful. Can you tell us, before we go into this last song, called Let's Spend Each Night Together, which I think is a very good title, because hopefully we will be able to do that soon. Tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear, what we need to know before we hear this last song.
Okay. So this was another assignment from the Inanimate Object Challenge. And Jason and I are both Burt Bacharach listeners. So Burt I do love some Burt Bacharach. So I think I pitched that we do a diary just because we wanted an object that would kind of lend itself easily to some kind of emotional resonance. And I mean, you put your most intimate feelings, thoughts, ideas into a diary. So it just felt like a natural choice. So I don't know if you want to continue, Jason, carry off of that.
Yeah, I think right away we knew that, without saying it, that it was going to be something smoky, late night cocktail, and like that. So it was an easy collaboration, and really enjoyable, and very great lyrics to work with. They just, like Lauran said about Alice's lyrics, they flow so well, and they're so emotional that the music really almost writes itself. So it was enjoyable.
Yeah, and Jason came up with some great saucy music.
I like saucy.
I'm a very big Burt Bacharach fan. I could listen to 7 chords all day. So
yeah, that's it. That's what it is. Yeah, it sort of drifted into the samba realm a bit, but I think I hope Burt would approve. If you're here, Burt, a sign. No, he's not saying anything.
Well, very excited to hear this. We're going to watch this video of Evangelia again, Evangelia Kambites performing your song, Let's Spend Each Night Together. And then to any of our writers, if you're out there, feel free to come back in, because we're going to do a little goodbye after this song and wish everyone a lovely evening. But here it is, our last song of the evening, Let's Spend Each Night Together.
One day I know you'll leave, set me down for someone new. But until that day comes around, I always will be true. So let's spend each night together, telling secrets we never told. Darling, you know I'll keep them till we're withered and old. Let's spend each night together, let me linger under your touch. Fill me with your memories, you know I don't ask too much. How do I tell you the best part of the day is when you walk through the door? How do I tell you that the comforting feeling of your pen to my paper leave me wanting more and more? Let's spend each night together, seduce me with your charms. You know I can't resist when you hold me in your arms. Let's spend each night together till there's nothing left to say. We both know goodbye will come, but until that fateful day, don't ever try to leave. You know I'll never go. You can hide me on the bookshelf, but your deepest part I know. What we have is irreplaceable. Your love is so embraceable. So don't close the page on
There it is. Let's Spend Each Night Together by Jason Levy and Hannah Ness, performed by the incredible Evangelia Kambites. Guys, that's it. It's the end of our year, the end of our show. Where'd the time
I love that last line. Don't close the page on me tonight. It's so fitting.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, before we wrap up, I just need to say a couple thank yous. First, to both of you for leading this workshop this year and keeping it going, especially in these times. I think it is so important for all of us to keep our community going, even if we can't be in the room together or in a theater together. We still have that flame inside of us that wants to create and tell stories. And thank you both for leading the next generation to continue doing that. So wherever you are listening and watching, please give our incredible teachers a round of applause. We cannot do it without you. And I have to add one more thank you, which is for those of you who don't know tuning in, Jonathan is truly a multi-hyphenate talent and also acted as our music director for tonight. And so all those tracks you heard, most of the tracks you heard were all arranged and orchestrated by Jonathan, which is an incredible amount of work. And he got all of our actors prepped so that we got all those incredible performances. So Jonathan, again, thank you so much for doing it, especially in these virtual circumstances, which I know is actually a lot more work.
Thank you. And I also want to credit Jason Levy for two of the tracks, Heroes Song and / Flower Stand. And also the last one we heard, Let's Spend Each Night Together. Those tracks were orchestrated by Jason.
Beautiful. And let's give a round of applause wherever you are watching from, please, to all our incredible writers and performers who have worked so hard this year. And many of them are still with us here, waiting in the wings. We're going to bring them on. Hello, Steve, Hannah, Max, Lucas, Evangelia, Scott. Thank you all so much again for being here with us. And just keeping this going, keeping Canadian musical theater alive and vibrant and growing and excellent. Oh, hold on, we have one or two. Oh, and we have Alice and we have Lauran with us as well. Hello. Keeping this going, keeping Canadian so happy you guys are here. And growing and excellent. Right, everybody. We are going to. Oh, and we have Alice and we have Lauran with us as well. Oh, hold on, I think someone may have the YouTube still on, so I think there may be some bouncing. Hold on. Oh, I think we fixed it. There we go. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. To everyone who's watching, we just want to give you a round of applause for taking the time to tune in and support not just the Canadian Musical Theatre Writers Collective, but Canadian musical theatre in general. It is so important, especially now more than ever, to support writers and performers and storytellers and creators. Such an important part of our society and our culture. And we can't do it without you. Even if it's virtual, it means everything to us. So if you know one of the writers, make sure you text them after, message them, call them, send them some good cheer. Go support your performers as well. Look up Evangelia, who's going to be doing Portside Songs if you're in the Toronto area. And we're looking for Stratford to come back and everything else to come back. Jonathan, Virginie, is there anything else you would like to say, my beautiful co-host, before we say goodnight?
You said it all. This has been a wonderful year, and thank you for providing this platform to us, Landon, and to CMTWC. We really, really appreciate this in Montreal.
It's our pleasure. Congratulations again, everybody, and wherever you are watching from, stay safe and have a wonderful evening. We love you. Mwah. Bye, everybody.